Hey Sagittarius, we're going to be doing your reading, so we're just going to get right into it and see what's going on for you guys, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, let's see what's up. Oh, 2 cards just came out for your environment. All right. With the 8 of Wands at the bottom. All right, I feel like I like that. So let's see what's going on here. All right. Okay, so you guys have the Strength card, and this is showing up for your energy, your current energy. So I feel like there's something that I want to say you're moving forward with something, that kind of thing, okay? I also feel like you're feeling better about something here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a sense of you guys, like, I don't know, maybe you're mustering up strength to like to do, I don't know, something here. Sorry, I laughed because it sounded like I said mustard. All right, so I do feel like there's, like you're getting, like you want to push yourself forward towards something here, but I am also picking up nervousness, okay? Funny enough, I'm like actually getting kind of flooded with that energy. So maybe this is something that you're like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. Almost like pumping yourself up to do something, that kind of thing, okay? I am picking up something like that only because, again, I just got like slammed with like really like nervous energy or nervous or anticipation, something. So, all right, in your environment, you had 2 cards come out. So you have the Knight of Cups and you have it with the Page of Swords. I feel like I think there's either something in your environment that you might be aware that maybe you're going to have to like, I don't know, I want to say ask somebody something, okay, that kind of thing. But I wonder if you're feeling a level of like, oh, I'm like nervous to ask this, or, you know, something about that. It almost feels like maybe you're like, oh, I should already know that, or I don't know. There's something like that. I can't stress it enough. I'm really picking up like nervous energy, all right, that kind of stuff. So, all right, Knight of Cups, and then with the Page of Swords going on in your environment. It could also be that maybe there's somebody, a person in your environment who maybe is wanting to like offer you, like, I want to say like words of encouragement, or you know what I'm saying? Something kind of like nice, or I don't know. Like I almost want to say this is somebody who like has like a really nice compliment, or is like maybe excited to kind of like see you in some sense, or make contact with you in some capacity. But again, I really am getting this feeling of like nervousness, but you're doing something anyway, okay? That's what I'm feeling, all right? And I do feel like this Strength card, I like it because it feels like there's this feeling of you guys being like, yeah, but I'm pushing through the nervousness, or I'm pushing through like anxiety or anything like that. So that's friggin' awesome. So, all right, let's see. Okay, you have the Moon card, and this is showing up for your challenge. So yeah, I'm telling you, there's definitely something about like feeling nervous, feeling like maybe feeling kind of like apprehensive towards something, that kind of stuff. Okay, certainly could be. You know what I'm also getting here, Sag, is I wonder if there's been something in the past here where maybe somebody that you like really trusted or like had a connection with, I wonder if you had like a particular back and forth or correspondence with them in some sense. And I wonder if you are in the position of either being like, you know what, I'm going to push forward despite something that was said, or something like that. You might be feeling like, I don't know if that was completely accurate, or something about that, okay? That kind of situation. I even wonder if you're feeling like all eyes are on you and you're still kind of pushing forward, that kind of stuff. Like, you know what it feels like? It feels like, okay, I'm a ball of like nervous energy right now, but I'm really, really gonna try and like maintain. I'm gonna try and kind of like, like come out whatever this is with like a calm, like inner, I don't know, something like that. That's what I'm feeling. It does feel, again, it just feels like there's nerves attached to whatever this is. So, all right, I actually already pulled your Oracle card. So you guys have full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you, and this is showing up with this Moon card. So maybe there's something here that you're like, you know what, I actually really don't want to display this particular part of me, or this is something that I feel like, again, I feel like anxious about it, or I feel like, oh, you know, there's more than meets the eye, or it feels like with this, like show the world the real you, like it feels like there's something where you're like, okay, this is like my outward persona, but I also have like an inner world that maybe is, I don't know, quite different, or, I mean like different to maybe like what you're letting like everyone else see or something like that. Sagittarius, it feels like you're a friggin' mystery, okay? That's kind of what it feels like. Or maybe other people are seeing you that way, that kind of stuff. I will say, I don't think this is coming as a surprise to you. I feel like you're like, yeah, I feel like a mystery too. Or like, I don't know, something regarding that. So, all right. I even wonder if you're moving forward on something that like, I feel like you have like an intuitive knowing about something, and I feel like that's the driving force behind whatever's going on. That's what I feel. So, all right, for your opportunity, you guys have the 10 of Cups here. This is like a beautiful opportunity. I don't know if there can be much better of an opportunity. This to me is feeling like, first of all, this, you know what this is? It's being accepted by your community, or being accepted by like, I don't know, wherever it is that you are, you know, that kind of stuff. Being like, I'm welcome here. I feel a part of whatever this is. I'll also tell you another thing. With all this like anxious energy and this, that, the other, this 10 of Cups could definitely be the opportunity to be like, wow, I worked through this moon card, you know, I worked through my fears, my inner fears, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. And it's like coming out the other end in a really kind of, like, oh, I finally made it. Like, I'm home now. I feel like this is where I belong, that kind of stuff. This is actually really exciting. I don't know why I was like about to get emotional. I don't know. Maybe, well, nerves and emotions, you know, those things go hand in hand. Anyway, so you have, with this opportunity, you have new moon in Aries. Go for it. I love it. I love it. So that's what I'm saying. There is this like intuitive feeling that I think you guys are aware that it's like I'm following my intuition to go towards something, or to push past this fear, or to, you know, I don't know, something like that. And it feels like, again, it's like nervous energy, but that doesn't mean that there's not excitement attached to it. And it also feels like you're like, yep, I'm nervous and I'm doing it anyway. So that, I like it. So, all right, let's see. All right, Sagittarius. So let's clarify your reading and see what else we can get for you guys, Saggy. I so far, I really like this for you guys. This is not bad at all. Whoa. The 3 of Cups just came out. It landed on the moon card kind of like this. So that's what I'm saying. Dude, yesterday I read for Aries and Leo. Oh yeah, by the way, today's December 10th. These readings are timeless, but I don't know. Some people like to know like when I'm shooting them. So it's not being released on December 10th. I'm shooting it on December 10th. So, all right. Okay, so let's see. Also, I wonder, maybe you're dealing with a Cancer sign or an Aquarius, or somebody who's healing through something, okay? That kind of thing. Or maybe this is you healing through something, maybe like some social, I don't know, something or other there, okay? Hierophant, maybe this is like, yeah, that's like, I feel nervous when I'm walking into something, or I don't know if I'm like really I don't know if I'm going to be accepted here or not, or is this for me, you know, something like that. All right, Sag, you might be music lovers as well. So, all right, let's get into let's clarify this for you. Geez, there's the Emperor. Hierophant to the Emperor. This is not bad at all. This is great. This is great. All right. Yeah, you're definitely like, I want to say leveling up in some sense. You know what? Good for you, Sag. Listen, I am a Sagittarius, and I got to tell you, this past year has been nothing nice, dude. Nothing nice. So let's see what's going on. All right. Yeah, like, again, I can't stress it enough. There's nervousness, but this is looking really good here, Sag. It really is. So let's see what's going on. Sagittarius. All right, so excellent. Okay, so I just want to say we're definitely going to be trusting our own intuition, okay? Whatever that means, I don't know. There's something about that. So, all right. Also, maybe you guys are dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your chart, or maybe this is something about like healing your inner child, or letting yourself be seen. You know what I'm saying? So you have the 6 of Wands, and then you have this Strength card. So like double Leo energy. So I feel like in the past there's been something that you've like had success with, or you've been seen for a particular thing. Maybe, yeah, recognized for a particular thing, seen for a particular thing. There's been some level of success, that kind of stuff. That's not to say that maybe everybody, maybe there's somebody who's like not really like, you know, super thrilled about whatever success this is, okay? That could certainly be it. That's going to happen no matter where we are. So it's like, if that's fine. All right. But I do feel like right now you are in the energy of being like, it's almost like I need to keep my endurance up to almost get to, I want to say like the 7 of Wands here, to be like, okay, and now I'm going to defend this. It feels like there's something that you're like, I need one more push, or I'm gonna like keep up my strength for whatever this is, that kind of stuff. Again, definitely could be like being seen for something, or having maybe even like having like a lot of attention on you, something like that. I mean, that's really what this is feeling like here. But again, there's like, some nervousness here, but you're still pushing forward. And I think it's because you've had success with something in the past, okay? So, all right. Okay, so in your environment, again, you have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords that like both want to come out for you guys. And then you have it with the Star card in your previous energy. So there is like really a lot of Leo, Cancer, and Aquarius in your reading, okay? That's definitely what I'm kind of picking up here, okay? I almost want to say maybe something. I want to talk about genetics. I don't know why this happens, man. It's like I can't get away from it. My readings sometimes get a little interesting or like weird. I don't know what goes on, but that's okay. All right. So yes, you have the Star card. This is showing up in the previous energy. So maybe there was something around you or a situation that maybe forced you to kind of, I want to say, see the bright side of things, but I also feel like there was a level of like having maybe an experience that was healing, or maybe this is like a conversation or some nice words, or I don't know, something like that, okay? That a nice message, whatever it is, something like that kind of like came your way. And I feel like in the previous energy that maybe this came from an Aquarius person, okay? Certainly could be. Or maybe there's an Aquarius person who's kind of like really interested in something that you have to say. And if that's the case, I feel like this is somebody who's like really in your corner, who's like, really kind of who is rooting for you. So it's interesting because, we were just saying like maybe there's somebody who's like not super thrilled about whatever success this is. Again, that's all right. Not everyone needs to be, thrilled. Not everyone needs to be thrilled for us, I don't know, that kind of thing. All right. It also feels like somebody has maybe like had like has like a better outlook on something. I almost wonder if somebody had said something to you here, Sagittarius, that made you feel like, what, that was just like that was the push that I needed, or that was like I needed to like feel like validated, or something like that, okay? There's something about that, and I feel it's like it feels positive energy. It feels like it's positive energy, all right? That's what I'm feeling. I feel like you have support. All right, so let's see. So for your challenge, again, you have this like show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And then you have it with the reverse 9 of Cups and the Moon card. So, all right. Again, still kind of like facing fears, or maybe feeling, or maybe even the challenge might even be something being like reflected back at you, okay? That kind of stuff. Maybe in the past there was something that maybe you were trying to, I don't know, get something up and running, or maybe up and running, but it more so feels like there's maybe either an overindulgence in something or a hesitation to kind of reach past a point where like you would be like, okay, now I'm nervous, I'm just gonna stop. Like that's way too much for me. Like I'm telling you, there's something about you guys being okay with, I want to say being vulnerable in some sense, okay? Like being like, yeah, like the mask is off, I feel vulnerable, that kind of thing. It feels like it's like being more comfortable with that. This is again showing up as your challenge, that kind of stuff, okay? There is something about that. I got to tell you, Sagittarius, for some of you guys, I wonder if you're feeling like in the past here that you were just like feeling like not like attractive or not. And I like, that happens to everybody. You could be literally like a friggin' supermodel. And I feel like you're still going to have like days or months, years, I don't know, whatever it is, where you're like, you don't see yourself the same way as everyone else does. Okay. There's something about that. I don't really know how to explain that, but there is something about that. All right. So maybe it's like not comparing yourself to other people, which is definitely easier said than done, but it is like helpful to like kind of like, try your best not to compare yourself to other people, or like other people's situations, whatever it is. All right. So, I even wonder if in the past there was a level of like being like kind of dissatisfied with something. And I feel like if that's the case, I think that there's an indication of you guys being like, yeah, well, I could have pushed farther. Maybe I'm dissatisfied, or I'm not like completely fulfilled about that because like I could have pushed farther. I could have worked harder, or whatever the heck it is, or could have said more about myself, or been more vulnerable in some situation. All right. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like now is the energy of you guys really kind of being like, you know what, this is a little bit uncomfortable, or this is like way outside my comfort zone, but I am going to show up as who I am, that kind of stuff. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. All right. So let's see. So you guys have the Knight of Pentacles, and then you have it with the reverse Eight of Pentacles, and this is also showing up for part of this challenge here. So there is something about, I want to say like, maybe having to do something every single day, or practicing something every single day, that kind of thing. I feel like this is the energy of being like, you've already kind of like, you have like, I want to say solid roots in something, and it's like, don't give up all that work. You know what I'm saying? Like keep kind of moving forward. Maybe this is being a little bit cautious, that kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with being cautious, especially if you are in an energy of being like, this makes me feel vulnerable, or this makes me feel like anxious, whatever it is. It's not like, oh, I'm stopping, I'm not doing anything. It's like, okay, I'm kind of taking like maybe smaller steps to get there, or I'm being like, again, more cautious, or you know what I'm saying? Something about that. That's kind of what I feel like is maybe being suggested, through whatever this is, or maybe even like planning something out, that kind of thing. You have the reverse Eight of Pentacles going along with this. So whatever this Knight of Pentacles is bringing in, it feels like it's going to give you, I want to say maybe learning something about yourself, or teaching somebody else something, but I feel like it's being done accidentally. Okay. I feel like this is being done like either by the way that you're like showing how you're doing something, or like you're going through the process of something, or you're like literally like, I don't know, like modeling something for somebody else, whatever it is. I feel like this is a way to, I want to say, to like embrace whatever the differences are, walking away from perfectionism, that kind of stuff. And I also want to say like broadening your horizon with what it is that you're like producing, or whatever it is that you're trying to create here, or you're getting better on, or whatever it is, I just feel like this is like showing where there's like room for improvement. But again, it's like in a good way, in a really good way. Okay. That kind of stuff. All right, so you have the Knight of Cups here. This is showing up as what to avoid. A little bit funny because you have the Knight of Cups showing up in your environment. So, all right, Okay, you know what I think this is? I think it's avoid thinking that something is just like, oh, that's a fantasy. That's like a completely like this. That's only like that would never happen to me. That's like somebody else's story. That could never happen to me. It's like avoid thinking that there's that like everybody else has their dream come true except for you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That kind of stuff. And Sag, again, I know it's been a friggin' hard year. It's actually been, I feel like it's been longer than a year. It's just been, maybe it's just me, but I kind of feel like it's not. If it's just me, that's complete BS. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we're allowed to also, we're allowed to, what am I trying to say? I just want to say like accepting love, accepting praise, accepting like maybe affection or something like that, or a compliment. It's like avoid being like, no, that's not true. Like maybe you guys are some of those people that like you have a hard time taking compliments. I know I definitely struggle with that. I usually like, nope, that's not, like, go away, or I don't know, I like shut down. It's strange. Maybe that's like what this is about, is like you're allowed to receive a compliment. You're allowed to, follow your dream, even that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so you have the Page of Wands, and then you have it with this Ten of Cups here showing up for your opportunity. Again, you have this new moon in Aries. Go for it. I friggin' love it. You guys might be restarting something here. You certainly could be, okay? You might be restarting something that maybe you originally were like not satisfied with, or you're having a hard time in some way. I feel like this is like you're getting back into the swing of things, starting something over again, all right? So let's see. So 10 of Cups as your opportunity, friggin' amazing, okay? It's like, yep, we worked past this thing. Now you're feeling part of a group, or feeling part of a community, that kind of stuff, seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel, that type of situation. Even feeling like emotionally secure, being like, I can let my guard down here, that kind of stuff. I feel like in the past energy, maybe there was something that you were like, you know what, I'm gonna move in this direction, or this thing really is like, this thing is calling my name, or I I want to go on, do something different, a little bit of an adventure, that kind of stuff. I feel like that has set you up for success, okay? It's almost like taking a risk, really, with this Page of Wands, okay? That kind of thing, especially with this new moon in Aries. Like, you know, there's something about that. I feel like you're going to be like rewarded for allowing yourself to be vulnerable, for allowing yourself to kind of like show up as you are, that kind of stuff, and maybe just like not apologizing for who you are or that kind of stuff, you know? I will say, hopefully I'm not offending anyone, but I tend to do that. I don't mean to, but I don't know. I do think Saggies are a little bit peculiar. Again, I am a Sagittarius, so I can say that. But I don't know, there's something about our sign, Sag, that I feel like we're kind of weird. I don't know, but that's okay. Let's embrace it. You know, that's what our reading is kind of saying here. I did take myself out of this reading, but I mean, I'm still a Sagittarius. I can't, I don't know. Though the universe is going to do what it's going to do, right? Who am I? So, all right. Let's see. So, all right, you have the Ten of Swords, and then you have it with the Hanged Man here. This is showing up as what to do. So yes, there's something about like ending some cycle here, that kind of stuff. I wouldn't even be surprised if this is like, you need to see this as a blessing in disguise, that kind of situation, okay? There's something about that. There really is, all right? Finalizing something, that kind of stuff. Maybe even like finalizing something and then like revamping something or breathing new life into something. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. But to me, this just feels like the power is really in your control here. It's like, I'm finalizing this, I'm ending this, that kind of stuff, okay? There might, that's what I'm feeling. I feel like this Ten of Swords is a good Ten of Swords, okay? That's what I get. So you have the Hanged Man with this as well. So whatever this is, I feel like this is offering you like seeing something from a completely different like lens, or, you know, something about that. What I would also say is there might be even something here where it's like, dude, you're sacrificing one thing, but the thing that you're going to get in replace of that is a lot better, or, you know, is more in line with something here, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling. Also, I definitely feel like there needs to be an energy here, especially with this Knight of Cups showing up as what to avoid for part of your challenge. There is an energy of like, you got to stop saying like, that's available for everybody else except for me. Everybody else can have that, but I'm not worthy of that, or that thing is not for me, or whatever the heck it is. Especially if it's something that you're like, I've had success at this, I want to do that. This is the thing that I want to do. There really is something about that. So you have the High Priestess. This is showing up as what to avoid. I would avoid sketchy people, but that's not very nice. There's plenty of sketchy people who should not be avoided at all. But I mean this more so like if you feel like somebody has like an ulterior motive about something, or, you know, that kind of stuff, I would avoid that. And I would also say I would avoid going like giving somebody the cold shoulder completely, okay? Or like abandoning your own intuition. You know what I'm saying? To me, this feels like valuing your intuition over somebody else's, you know, that kind of stuff. So I do understand something about that. And I also feel like this is maybe like avoiding being super closed down in some way, okay? This might be like kind of opening up in some capacity. But what I'm also getting here is, okay, Sag, maybe you're somebody who gets like flooded with like downloads, that kind of stuff all the time, or you're like, I just said that word and now I'm reading something and there it is, or whatever the heck, you know, that kind of stuff, like psychic, we're going to call it psychic, that kind of stuff. There's some, I don't know, there's something about that where it's like your inner world is like, has like a ton of information, a ton of connections and that kind of stuff. I don't exactly know if you are just like outright saying that, you know what I'm saying? There's like a bit of a nonchalance there, but it's like, it's kind of cool because it feels like you're proving to yourself what you already knew. I hope that makes sense. All right, so Sag, that's what I have for you guys. I really hope this reading was helpful. Sorry, my brain just went like right out the window. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If not, you can check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.